So I know I said in the group chat earlier this week that I had a cold open for us. And I do think that's very funny, and I do think we can talk about this, but I have another thing that I would like to share with you guys.
Well, we also
H-
have to talk about Scoobs.
Yeah.
Are we opening with that, or are we opening on a cold open? Because I kind of like the cold open. Just like start having a conversation.
I kind of like that too. H, are we going?
We've been recording for 3 minutes. Welcome back to the chatting
That's what I
average.
figured, yeah.
That's our open.
Welcome back to the chatting average. My name's Adam Busek. That's John Lever. That's John Sansoni. And in front of me, I have a tweet, which I have not yet shared with you two, but I'm going to share it with you soon. Before I share it with you, though, I want to tell you what the premise of this tweet is. This is a tweet from the account at FanDuel. You might have heard of them. From FanDuel, this is an MLB redraft using all players currently in the league, according to Ben Verlander.
Okay.
Not
Not a Ben Verlander fan, but let's try this out.
Currently throwing this in the Tummy Time group chat. I will preface this by saying the order doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know how he selected the order of teams that are drafting here, because this is not the MLB draft order, because the Rockies, who are first in this redraft, are outside of the top 10 because of the lottery.
The Sox are also not there.
Correct.
Well, the Sox have the number 1 overall pick, but they're not there with this current season.
They're not the number 2 pick.
Yeah,
but I don't know. So I don't know the order in which this is been drafted, but I do want to run through really quick the draft itself, which is the Rockies' first overall, taking two-way player Shohei Ohtani. Do we have any issues with that?
Well, no, I'm playing.
No.
I think it's a good move.
I mean, go win now. But he is 31. That's like my only thing of like I could see him not being at 1, but he is also the greatest player to ever play baseball. So
correct. I mean, that to me is don't outthink the room here.
Yeah.
The White Sox are 2. They take Bobby Witt Jr., Mr. Resident White Sox fan. Your thoughts?
Yeah. I guess. Basically, you're looking at it going, you want to take a hitter, or you want to take Paul Skeens. We'll get to Paul Skeens at some point, but
yeah, we'll get to Paul Skeens at number 5. Apparently.
I guess you don't take Paul Skeens at 2 and just have a guy who wins every 5 days.
Number 3 is Corbin Carroll, first outfielder off the board
To the Nationals.
to the Nationals, which is interesting. He's probably not the third outfielder I would take, let alone the first. But interesting.
Well, it depends. Obviously, this is like set to like not just current success, right? I mean, I would think so. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd love to have Corbin Carroll on my team. There's 7 other guys on this list below him that I would take first.
Correct. And we'll keep getting there, but fourth to the Minnesota Twins, Gunnar Henderson.
Again, if you're not going to take Paul Skeens, Gunnar Henderson is not a bad pick.
Right. That's the thing, is if you're not.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Paul Skeens, meanwhile, goes fifth to the Pittsburgh Pirates.
See, but that just seems like they were like, okay, put him on the team he's on, for the sake of it. Like, you're telling me that the Nationals and the Twins would both pass up a borderline, top 3 pitcher for as long as you have him.
Yeah, zero chance.
To be fair, though, I do think there is some merit to locking down a player like Witt.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
He's like the truest 5-tool player I think you could argue in baseball right now.
Mm-hmm.
The next 5 are really I have a lot of opinions about the next 5.
Yeah, it's once you get past the top 5, I think that's where it gets very interesting. And we'll start with number 6, the second outfielder off the board, Aaron Judge, Los Angeles.
And I
Angels
think
Anaheim.
this solely comes from the fact that he's 32.
Yeah,
But the decline hasn't started yet.
Correct. The decline has not started yet, but if you're looking for, he's
34.
Actually. He's 34.
Okay.
So, like, if you're looking for, like, and again, there's nothing here that says, hey, Ben Verlander thought that if they're going to rebuild and they want to win in the future and they want.
There's nothing here that said Ben Verlander thought, period.
True. So, like, I understand.
Is,
like, I think if you redrafted the current players, I don't think Aaron Judge goes in the top 5 if you're looking for long-term success. And you got to draft 26 guys just to fill out a roster. So, like, that first guy is going to be cool. Like, you're going to have that guy, but, like, everybody else behind you matters as well.
Right. Like, if you're going, like, Aaron Judge, Jake Bird, like, okay, wow.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing, right, is, like, when you look at this, like, the Angels would have pick what 54 in a serpentine draft, right? So
something like that. Not great. Number 7.
I was saying I get very confused at everything past this point.
Yeah, number 7 to the Orioles, Ellie De La Cruz.
Sure.
I don't know. Sure is what I would say.
Sure.
Do you get to pick what position he plays?
Okay, I mean, in theory.
Cool. He's not playing shortstop for me.
Certainly not. Number 8 to the traveling A's, Junior Caminero.
Yeah.
And listen, high on Junior Caminero, but don't you that high on Junior Caminero.
Like, I need to remind the studio audience here again that Juan Soto has not come off the board.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
Where's the studio audience? Am I not alone?
Sox is there.
Sox has always been there.
Yeah, he's breathing. He's alive.
Okay, well, like,
he climbed up into his bed like 5 seconds ago, guys. Calm down. I like Junior Caminero.
Seems like a nice enough guy.
Don't know if I like him at 8.
If we realistically let this draft play out, and we were actually looking at the age of these guys and you know their career arc that we think they're going to go on, where realistically would Junior Caminero belong? Because I'm not sure he's top
in like a draft.
Is he top 20?
He goes
so.
Late first round.
I think so. He's obviously he hits the crap out of ball. He's probably one of the best long ball hitters in the league currently. Like if
but
he
that's
gets
kind of all he does.
He also was in.
Oh my God, he has the best bat speed in the league. Okay, sorry. Just looking at the Baseball Savant page.
So, and to be clear, is that year over year, he's also playing in a completely different ballpark right now. Correct. You have to remember that last year his breakout season, so to speak, was at Steinbrenner, where he had a 535 OPS as a righty, or a 535 slug as a righty with an 846 OPS. He's gotten better. Like overall, he's walking more. He's getting on base more in comparison to a little more slug, or a little less slug. He's a great hitter who is certainly a third baseman in the sense that he has the first percentile fielding.
I was going to ask the question once again. Can I put him wherever I want in the field?
Certainly not going to be at third. Not long term, anyway.
Do you think he can play first base? He's also 22. So if you're looking at this,
a 22-year-old designated hitter is not a good thing to have.
I'm not designated hitting him. He's going to learn how to fucking play first base.
He
He has
better.
had.
Oh, this is a
14
redraft. Never mind.
He has had 14 innings at first base,
There you go. He knows how to play.
4 innings at second base,
I was
13
also
innings
thinking
at
second.
shortstop, and 1,886 innings at third base.
Okay.
He has a -7 career run value. He has not had a
That's fair.
positive run value season in fielding since 2023, when he was split time between second, third, and short.
Well,
It's not great.
at 9.
At 9, to the Atlanta Braves, one left-handed pitcher, Tarek Skubal.
Is this pre or post loose bodies and elbow?
This draft was pre loose bodies and elbow, but we will get into that.
I mean, I don't mind that at all.
Yeah,
Oh, look, Chris said
getting the second best pitcher in baseball at 9 is fine.
Exactly. And if it were me at this point, unless it was taking Juan Soto, who is on the, again, I don't want to keep foreselling it here, but I cannot believe Juan Soto has not come off the board yet.
Hey, Adam, I figured out how to
a
tease your
27-year-old, complete wizard with the bat who does certainly play left field.
For the time being.
But, I mean, Scubal's just fantastic. He's back-to-back Cy Young winner.
Not this year.
2-time Cy Young winner.
We'll talk
And
about
is, by and large, considered, is going to get a king's ransom in free agency.
Correct.
I think he's very good. Also, I mean, how many lefties like this? I would think between him and Crochet are your premier lefties you're looking for in this first round.
There are truly aren't many of them in the league right now.
And there aren't that many.
It's Crochet and him.
Yeah. And so I'm more than okay getting Scooble. Again, he's only 29. He's entering for a starting pitcher, this is likely his best 5 years ahead of him still.
Hey, Adam, I figured out how the teams are ranked.
Oh yeah,
Sorted by lowest winning percentage in 2025.
that would do it.
Says at the bottom of this.
Rounding out the bottom 10 in that case is the Tampa Bay Rays, who take Julio Rodriguez. And again, I would like to look at the camera and say Jonathan Soto still on the board.
I'd also like to look at the camera and say, I don't know if I'm taking Julio Rodriguez in the first round.
He has yet to
Be impressive at any point in his entire career.
His rookie season was phenomenal. And I would argue that he is yet to match those highs in a full season since then. Is that a fair statement, H?
Oh yeah, no, he has been and the thing is the tools have not necessarily declined, but he has just not been able to put them together to a point that he is the guy for them on offense. He's a great defensive center fielder, which as a prospect you didn't think he would be. You thought he was a bat first guy that was going to get pushed to a corner, and has instead become a very good defensive center fielder. But this is someone who just somewhere has lost a step with the bat. A 742 OPS this season right now, and pretty much has great bat speed, but just cannot stop chasing the ball. Cannot stop.
I was gonna say, have you guys take a ponder at the Baseball Savant page for Julio Rodriguez?
Oh boy,
it matches the color of the Mariners.
It's not the color you want it to be.
No,
that's right, green. It's blue, by the way. Blue is what he meant.
Anyways, that's a crazy one. Adam, I have a question.
Please.
In this graphic, you get to see Shohei Ohtani in a Colorado Rockies jersey. How's that make you feel?
John, I have been looking at edits of Shohei Ohtani in a Rockies uniform since 2 years prior to him coming over to the United States of America. This is nothing new for me.
Don't worry, it was once a dream.
It was. It was very much a dream. You know, his rookie season, I went to a Rockies Angels game specifically to see him play. He pinch hit and grounded out. It was very exciting.
Well, should we talk about number 9 on this draft board?
So Tarek Skubal is dead.
Well,
Well, at least his own is.
who tweeted that? Passon?
Yeah. Well, no. So what happened? Here's. So what happened was we got a tweet from Bob Nightingale, and let me pull the exact tweet here because I don't want to get the wording wrong. This is important journalism that we do here,
Especially for a Bob Nightingale tweet.
Excuse me, it was John Heyman. It was not Nightingale. It was Heyman.
Oh, whoa. Okay, so the spelling is correct.
Yes, this is Heyman. Quote, Tarek Skubal is being scratched tonight, period. But hope and belief is he will be okay, seen as a precautionary move. This was tweeted at, let's see, 2:04 p.m.
Can John do the...
Please.
Can John do a John Lieber finds out real quick?
Please do a John Lieber.
That was tweeted at 2:04 p.m. What?
Based off the screenshot, I would assume Central.
Yesterday?
Well, was he scratched yesterday? Then yes.
Well, because Passon's tweet comes out at 1:29 Central.
Okay, so then that must.
So unless that was an Eastern time zone screenshot.
Yeah, that must be Eastern time
Okay,
zone.
so we'll assume 25 minutes later, Jeff Passan tweets, Detroit ace Tarek Skubal will undergo surgery to remove loose bodies in his left elbow. Such procedures typically sideline players for 2 to 3 months. Skubal should return before season's end, but a tough blow for the impending free agent and 2-time reigning AL Cy Young winner. Now, I will say Passan took a very self-centered take on this for Tarek. You know, the Tigers are only 18 and 17.
Yeah.
And they just lost the guy who fuels the entire team because there's nothing else going for them for some reason every time they step on the field. Because Miggy died and they don't know what to do anymore.
This was a team that I thought was going to have some interesting bats, and I think for the first, 2 or 3 weeks, somebody like a Kevin McGonigal, I think was very valuable for them, right? Kind of picking up that slumping lineup and the way that guys like Spencer Torkelson never really truly were able to over, the last 5 years or so. But he's cooled off massively over the last 2 weeks. And nobody else is really coming out of that shell too much. Terry Carpenter's still there, but the lineup's just not good enough to sustain losing a guy like Skubal. You're going to need the lineup to pick the team up after that, and this lineup is not good enough to do that.
And just a reminder, the other guys on the IL for this team, Jackson Jobe, Troy Melton, Casey Mize, Reese Olson, Justin Verlander. Currently roster resource shows their starting rotation as 3 people. Now, if we...
Mize and Jobe, hopefully both short term. I think Mize is supposed to be back within a month, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he strained his groin. Job had Tommy John 11 months ago. So
he should be back in a month or 2 in theory.
So I don't know. Have they made a corresponding move for this yet? Because Like, who the heck is going to pitch for them? They have called up Ty Madden, the 36 number prospect from Toledo. Recalled, so Ty Madden.
Ty Madden, good luck.
Good luck, Ty Madden. Ty Madden listed as a relief pitcher for them for some reason. Yeah.
What's interesting is that so far this season, obviously it's still early, but so far this season we really haven't seen too many pitcher arms blow up yet. But this comes within a day of the Joe Ryan news where he was pulled from the game like 9 pitches into the start, and I wonder if this is a harbinger of every year there's a wave of pitchers getting injured. I wonder if we're right on the edge of it and it's going to start coming down in this next month or so.
I really wish that Anthony Kay could get injured.
What? Bro.
As of 3 hours ago, there is still no update on Joe Ryan's elbow injury that caused him to leave the game.
I know, because I'm currently waiting for him to be placed on IL so I can activate Spencer Strider. Speaking of, did you guys see, okay, quick aside, did you see...
Whoa, back up, hang on. We should have started with this. John Sansoni got beat by the 0-4 Yamamoto attacks Japan, or attacks Pearl Harbor John Beaver baseball team.
Before we get into fantasy baseball, one final note that I want to close the book on Scooble Talk before we get into fantasy baseball, because I also want to go into this. There is one, I think, looming thing that has been hanging over this conversation, really the Scooble conversation in general, that nobody has been willing to say yet, and I am willing to take up that mantle. I will be the first one to come out and publicly say that I think if Tarek Skubal didn't throw that one start in the WBC, none of this would be happening.
No. That is a bad faith argument. Don't do that. Don't.
Let's be so real. The loose bodies were moving around in his arm before that.
That's when they got loose, dude.
Oh, by the way, loose bodies, for anybody who's listening, that also is called elbow debridement. They will debride those loose bodies from the elbow. I think we learned this in like the AL Central maybe preview, because every single person had elbow debridement. So, John, your thoughts on getting beat?
Okay, well, look. Nico Horner got hurt. I also had a day where I got 7 points on April 27th. You got 28 and a half. Also, I guess Paul Skeens just can't pitch when it involves St. Louis.
He is actually like 0-5 now lifetime against the Cardinals, which is
like,
nuts.
Come on, man.
Like, given how bad the Cardinals have been basically his entire major league career, that's nuts.
You know, Michael King got tagged by the Chicago White Sox as well. This has just not been a good week for me.
Adam, can I interest you in reading you some statistics from Saturday for Yamamoto attacks Pearl Harbor?
Please.
On Saturday, I don't know. Will it tell me what the score was?
I can't.
Saturday?
I still just can't believe this is the name of your fantasy baseball team.
All right, hang on. On Saturday, I think I'm maybe down 30 points going, great, let's go. Another day of losing. And then Cody Bellinger went 4 for 4 with 2 home runs, 11 total bases, 4 RBIs, 27.5 fantasy points. And Ian Happ said that looked fun. 9 total bases, an RBI, a home run, a walk, 17 total fantasy points. Xavier Edwards added 11. Chris Sale pitched against Colorado. 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run ball, 11 Ks. That's 34.5 points. And the guy I picked up Saturday morning, Kyle Harrison, went 6 innings pitched, 7 hits, 1 earned run, 5 Ks for 20.5. I outscored John on Saturday, 126.5 to 41. I won 337 to 297. John, when you logged in, what happened? When you logged in after Saturday, what were your thoughts?
I'm in favor of execution.
Some of our players should be executed.
Some of our players should be executed. It was a bad week for like Sal Stewart. Sal Stewart has not registered a hit since the 29th against Colorado.
Well, that makes sense.
He's gone 1 for his last 4, 8, 12, 15, 20.
It's not what you want to hear.
Oh.
It's not great out here, guys. It's not great out. In the last 7 days, so he's given me 151.5 points on the season. The last 7 days, he's had 2.
Not great.
Which I get it. He's young. He's gonna go through a slump. I'm not going to drop him. Sorry. Mostly because I just needed a healthy third baseman at all. Because Caleb Durbin sucked for the first part of the season.
That is true. That
Caleb Durbin also I'm very close to dropping Caleb Durbin because he's batting 150. He has like an OPS under 400.
That's pretty rough.
His expected batting average is 214.
Like, you have to understand where
Adam.
I'm coming from here.
Hey, Adam.
What's up?
Is a 1.1% barrel percentage good?
All right.
No. That's real bad. That's real bad.
I don't think it's that bad. It's just the 4th percentile. There's guys worse.
I wonder if the guys that were worse were also jettisoned by the Milwaukee Brewers in the offseason. Did you guys see the absolute bullshit that I pulled off against AOC this week?
No.
It was down like 100 on him on Friday and came back and won. I outscored him yesterday like 88-6. I had 1 spot start yesterday. Only picked up 1. It was Justin Robleski. He had a 16-point start. I ended up winning the matchup by 15.5 points.
That's insane. Ugh.
Sometimes you got to know the right strings to pull.
I pulled some good strings, I'll tell you that. We've made some moves. We're going to see how they play out this week. All right, what else do we have to talk about? John, thoughts?
Look, y'all. I have to ask you this. I have to ask, and I need full truth here from you all. Because, it surprises me a little bit. What's going on with the Tampa Bay Rays?
Let's all go to the movies.
The Tampa Bay Rays.
What are we doing here? What's going on?
What's going on?
This is what we do now.
This is what we do now. Well, John, they're 21 and 21.
They're 21 and 12. That's
what I said.
possible
Yeah,
for them to be 21 and 21.
I apologize. You're correct. They're 21
Listen,
and 12.
if they go on a 9-game losing streak, he's going to sound like a genius, though.
Yeah, it's going to be...
Please, John.
Like, this... First of all, Griffin Jacks threw 2 2/3 innings as an opener the last time we saw him.
He came up as a starter.
Yes.
Like, I don't mind him as an opener. I agree. Keep him short length though, because he's so much better short length.
But like, they've been without Yandy Diaz the last couple days. He's been dealing with some tightness on his side. But Caminero, Jonathan Aranda, like Chandler Simpson. You guys remember Chandler Simpson? I want to say remember, like he's some like, hey, like remember when guy.
He
like
came up
like,
for the first time last year.
Yeah, like he
debuted last year. He was drafted in 2022.
Yeah, like
you guys remember Chandler Simpson, right?
Yeah, Chandler. Yeah, you know Chandler.
Like, I had him described to me the other day as Billy Hamilton without the defense. And I think that fundamentally misunderstands what the value of Billy Hamilton is.
I think Chandler Simpson can also hit.
Chandler Simpson has an 11th percentile batting run value.
Maybe not.
He is hitting 300.
He's hitting 300.
But he has a 669 OPS.
Okay. Can I say something?
Sure.
He's at the top of my order. Guess what? He also has 11 stolen bases. He had 44 last year. Put him on base, which apparently he does at a 331 clip. That's a third of the time. And everybody else is pretty good. We literally talked about Junior Caminero earlier. That guy just hits bombs. It doesn't matter where Chandler Simpson is on the base pass. He scores if Junior Caminero hits a bomb.
The Chandler Simpson regression is coming.
Can I say another thing I just saw as I look down?
The fog is coming.
In 2025, Chandler Simpson had an 88 OPS plus. Through 33 games this year, he has an 88 OPS plus.
That's
you know what? Why are we using a roster spot on this guy? I get he's used, but he's not great at defense.
Because he's fast.
He is fast.
He's also 98th percentile range. He's 95th percentile fielding run value.
What is Mullins in center field for them? Because like they have 3 really quick outfielders.
Well, because he can't throw. Chandler Simpson can't really throw.
Why? I know. They have Cedric, Jake Fraley, and Chandler.
Rake Fraley.
And then they're like, I understand why they're starting him because they're benching
Cedric
Johnny
Mullins,
DeLuca.
Cedric Mullins has a 414 OPS and is dead average in fielding run value. I have to imagine that they aren't exactly sitting there going, well, you know what? We got to get Cedric Mullins some more at-bats. He's just due.
Dude, I also don't understand because, like, this lineup doesn't move the needle, right? Like, Yandy and Junior are fun. Jonathan Aranda's he's a good lefty. And then, like, a team that starts – the other thing is, like, you can play a guy who can't hit. Or you can play a guy – but, like, that you're already doing that in Taylor Walls. So – and Nick Fortes, and Richie Palacios, and Junior and Chandler Simpson.
The same issue that we said they were going to have going into the season.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is?
The lineup reads like guys that should be on the bottom half of the playoff team.
And you know what? Gavin Lux still on the team.
You know,
he would be an incredible 7-hole hitter on like the I don't know, like the Braves. That'd be great. Really, really thin on bat depth are the Braves, by the way, but we can talk about that later, maybe.
The Rays, the answer to how did the Rays get here is pitching.
Again,
The
John,
Rays-
I agree. I just picked up Steven Matz, but this team is pitching Steven Matz every fifth day.
Steven Matz is a 110 ERA plus, and he is the worst
I know.
out of the nine qualified pitchers that have higher than that.
Can I just read the names that are pitching out of the starting rotation for these guys?
Yes.
Drew Rasmussen, we're fine with that. Both of you just left. What the hell?
Sorry,
Shane
Drew
McClanahan.
Rasmussen.
We love Shane McClanahan.
And he's been back and good this year. He's been actually like very valuable for the first time in like 4 years.
Jesse Schultens, Steven Matz, and Nick Martinez. Ryan Pepio has surgery scheduled for 9 days from now to destroy his hip. And Joe Boyle, well, his elbow is strained, so we know what that means. This is just, I get it because I know what's happening. They are very good at pitching because they're all on the Braves.
Yeah. Because
When was the last time a rotation and lineup plus the bench? Actually, screw it. When was the last time the 26-man roster for the Tampa Bay Rays included 6 guys from their original system? 6 players have only spent their entire career on the Rays.
That's kind of impressive.
And when you look into their injured list, the only guy who is included on the currently not playing area is Wander Franco, who is a Tampa Bay Ray from inception. Everybody else is not. You know, some people ask.
Give him credit for him. Respectfully.
Some people ask, why does Taylor Walls start at shortstop for the Tampa Bay Rays?
And there's your answer. There's your answer.
I'd still ask that.
Speaking of shortstops and
Because the option is Ben Williamson.
speaking of shortstops in the American League East, if I can allow us to steer quickly away
Yes,
from the Rays, the New York Yankees.
Yankees lose.
I want to check in on our Yankees shortstop conversation as
Oh my God,
wonderful
I forgot
Anthony
about
Volpe
this.
has been optioned to AAA.
Jose Caballero, baby.
I'm pulling up the games played right now, so somebody vamp for me.
What was this a bet we had?
Was
Or
this
a
not-
prediction?
Yeah, was this not something we talked about preseason?
I believe yes. Let me find it, so that we have our actual numbers as well. AL East. Hello, John. Could you please vamp for time?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be nice.
the Braves have reinstated Sean Murphy from the injured list and have designated Jonah Heim for assignment. Ha-Sung Kim has been moved from Double-A Columbus to Triple-A Gwinnett on his rehab assignment. He will join the Gwinnett Stripers in Norfolk today. And the Braves are starting J.R. Ritchie in Seattle to face his hometown Mariners. He lives on Bainbridge Island.
All right.
Lou Trevino is also a Baltimore Oriole now. I have my list up, John. Do you have
So is
yours?
Randall Grichuk is
have-
a White Sox.
What
Yeah, Randall Grichuk is a White Sox.
today?
Today.
Today?
I missed that.
Austin Slater is a Met, but that was like a week ago.
Yeah, but we
I don't
don't.
really care about him.
Anyway, shortstops. All right, 35 games played for the New York Mets this year. 2 of them by Ryan McMahon, 33 of them by Jose Caballero, 0 of them by anybody else.
And it's going to continue to be 0 of them
Wait,
by anybody
start
else.
over. What? Read it again, please.
2 by Ryan McMahon,
Okay.
33 by Jose Caballero,
Okay.
0 by anybody else.
Okay, so our bets, we all had a prediction on this one. on who would play games at shortstop for the Yankees.
I really don't want to talk about
looking
mine.
at still 3.5 for Ahmed Rosario, which is still doable.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
Ahmed's still on the team.
You don't say it.
Mine
like
was Jazz starts the most games there, which is looking like it probably won't happen since Jose Caballero has already started 30 of them there, or played 30 of them there.
Jazz has played he's played 33 games at second base and one game at DH.
Yeah. And then Adam had over 10.5 starts for McMahon at shortstop.
That seems very possible now. It's just so
Isn't that
insufferable.
crazy?
I mean, come on now. Like, what?
I don't know. It's interesting to see Volpe get optioned, I think, because he was already down in AAA, like doing some rehab assignments. And you can spin this under the guise of like, hey, we're leaving him in AAA. It's an extended spring training. He's given extra time to ramp up or whatever. But the fact of the matter is he is through a month of rehab assignments, and you've decided that he's not a major league caliber baseball player. And I think that says a lot about how the Yankees view him organizationally.
Do you think so? John, go ahead.
I think they're vamping for time until they can find, if they can figure out if George Lombard Jr. can make a late push in the season.
I can see that, yeah. Do you think that this is more of an issue of Yankees prospects not being good enough and not having the development well enough? Or do you think that this is a result of the organization and the fan base giving up on players too quickly?
I mean, you look at the players that they've developed recently, and it's been
Judge.
Ben Rice. Ben Rice is having a season, but like at one point, Austin Wells was thought to be, the bat that was going to be, next to him, and clearly he has not turned into that. And Stanton can't stay on the field whatsoever. Goldschmidt has not been a needle mover. Neither really was Bellinger at his time there. Like, it's just the Yankees have problems. The Yankees have problems putting talent next to Judge.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been bad. It's been pretty darn bad over there. And the thing is it hasn't actually really prevented them from performing, at the highest level. Obviously, they were just in the World Series.
Yeah. What was that?
But it's a bunch of like mercenaries. It feels like, like stopgap solutions, or the guys that they do end up putting a long-term investment in don't pan out.
Isaiah
Jazz is on a bit of a downturn. IKF, like you mentioned, Alex Verdugo, ended up kind of sour for them.
What a mistake that was.
You kind of wanted Clint Frazier or Miguel Andujar, the perennial guys we can trade for top-end talent for a couple of years there, who ended up kind of netting them nothing.
Torres, to an extent, I don't think ever really turned into what people thought he was going to be his rookie season.
People thought Gleyber Torres was, for a second, the heir apparent to Derek Jeter. People thought Anthony Volpe was the heir apparent to Derek Jeter. People want any shortstop to be the heir apparent to Derek Jeter because there just hasn't been one. The closest you ever got to someone taking shortstop over from Derek Jeter was the fact that A-Rod was there and they kicked him to third base.
Can we talk about Jason Dominguez too?
Man.
That one might be worse than any of them. But
yeah.
Sorry, the White Sox just fully announced their moves today. That's why I was not paying attention. So
100,000 million moves.
Well, Grichuk signed, and then Hayes to the 10-day and Tanner Murray to the 60-day.
Austin Hayes to the Shadow Realm.
No, just the 10-day with the left calf strain.
What happened to Tanner Murray?
Fractured shoulder.
That's no fun.
I don't know when that happened. I must have not seen that game.
It was a non-baseball related injury.
Injury occurred on a diving catch in the 10th inning against the Nationals. Oh. This was like 2 weeks ago? Dislocated and fractured his left shoulder on April 26th. Not 2 weeks ago, a week-ish ago. But nothing on this says who's being called up to the major league level.
Nobody's being called up. You're signing Grichuk.
But Grichuk isn't listed on our sixth or not. I don't know. I'm confused, to be honest. But I like Grichuk. I think you should send down Luis Angel Acuna. And
The switch hitter who can play anywhere.
Yeah,
Except for he's not a switch hitter, nor does he.
John, the issue is he can't play anywhere. He's an idiot.
he also doesn't switch hit.
He also doesn't switch hit. That's a great
Yes.
point. Adam, thank
I
you.
know. I'm aware. But when
Unfortunately, you know who doesn't know that? The White Sox GM.
I was about to say, your GM doesn't quite get that.
I'm just really confused on what the corresponding moves are to these. All right. Can I talk about the White Sox, or do we have something else?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Talk about the White Sox.
To be honest, one of Adam's favorite players of all time will be mentioned in this talk. The White Sox currently 16-18, 1.5 games out of first place in the division, and as of today, in the wild card. This team, and this makes me so happy to say this, is fun. Munetaka Murakami is the coolest dude to ever play baseball in a White Sox uniform.
Ever?
There's nobody cooler.
What about that one time Ken Griffey Jr. was a White Sox?
Yeah, there was this kid. You might have heard.
He was fat.
Like the kid.
The way to explain the 2026 White Sox is a Japanese phenom who just hits tanks or singles, a left-handed shortstop who hits bombs, a 6'10" starting pitcher who throws from the left side. Just imagine Randy Johnson in his prime.
Okay, now what?
And an Italian fuck who is just the coolest guy on the team. And the scrappiest baseball player you've ever seen. Not to mention the fact that Drew Romo has figured out what the thing is in his hands when he stands at the plate. Drew Romo became the first ever White Sox to hit a home run from both sides of the plate in the same game.
You know,
He has 0.073 days of service time. Adam?
Jeff Passan is on my TV screen right now because I have SportsCenter on, like right there back behind the recording. And in the background of his setup, I can see several records on vinyl. And primarily for H, I would like to share with you that 3 of the albums I can see are The Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd, Bulls on Parade, which is an interesting choice as well. And they just flashed off, so I can't give you a third one. But an interesting taste from Mr. Pass. More of a rock guy than I would have expected.
Oh, also we have a former Savannah Banana on the team. And he's so cool.
What?
Yeah, the Bananas before they were
Oh, right,
The
because they were a
Banana.
Coastal Plain League team. Yeah.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
summer ball before they were independent.
Yeah, he played on the Bananas before they were playing banana ball, but Tristan Peters might be the
Who,
best.
ironically, incredible at bunting.
This is what I was about to say. He is the best bunter I've ever seen, and he's so
Ever?
okay with bunting every time at the plate. If he wanted to, he steps up to John. Have you watched the White Sox? Adam, have you watched the White Sox? If Tristan Peters is in the lineup, he steps up to the plate. He looks at third base. He sees where they're set up. He looks at first base. He sees where they're set up, and then he goes, "I have to swing." But that man is checking every single time where the infield is because he's. I haven't even looked. I assume he has enough this season to give me an actual Baseball Savant page, but I don't know.
Tristan Peters.
He does. Sprint speed of 91st percentile. There's not.
No one's ever been fast before, guys.
No. His Baseball Savant page. He is qualified for every statistic but bat speed and squared up percentage. Because he doesn't swing the bat. He bunts.
Dog.
Okay, computer, the third record on Jeff Passan's background, by the way.
Oh, this guy's so pretentious. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my God.
Computer, make Jeff Passan come back to Columbia. That was cool.
When was he here?
During the Missouri River Valley Baseball Festival, his son plays on Pembroke Hill. I met Jeff Passan.
See, I don't know that. I didn't know that. You know why I didn't know that? Because I'm not a Columbia Jeff City Media Market sports reporter. Unlike some of us in here.
What is this supposed to mean? Why is
He's not talking about me.
Hey, I think he's talking about me, but I'm not for sure.
I would give it a pretty good chance.
The White Sox. The White Sox.
Yeah, the Immaculate Grid. No, the Immaculate Grid. Enough about the White Sox. The Immaculate Grid is a 3x3 grid with 3 rows and 3 columns. That means 9 intersections for you to do with what you wish, but not really because there's categories. The categories today that we have to match are on the columns: the San Diego Padres, the Los Angeles Dodgers, and the played third base, minimum of 1 game. The rows are Texas Rangers, New York Yankees, and a 300-plus batting average in a season. Any immediate thoughts here?
Racking my brain for a good Yankees third baseman. I'm sure LeMahieu played there at one point, but I feel like
LeMahieu definitely played there.
He very
number one spot for
played there.
3 years.
He's primarily a second baseman in my mind because that's what he was in Colorado.
No, he definitely played there. Okay, third baseman for the Rangers.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Give me Charlie Culberson.
Ooh.
He's there.
Give me for third baseman for the Yankees. How about a Martin Prado?
He's also locked in.
For 300-plus batting average, it just has to be across the season, which means it could very well just be someone who has played third base and has had like a couple of at-bats.
Correct.
You know, okay. You guys, you follow me here for a second?
Oh boy.
I'm fairly certain that Jeff McNeil this year has registered at least some time at third base, and he is hitting over 300 in the batting average.
He's played one game at third base this year.
Let's go. Oh my god. Oh my god. I knew it. Oh, that was such just like a shot in the dark.
I have a Ranger Padre. Word to our good friend John Boyce for a video on his favorite obscure baseball player, Jeff Francoeur.
Oh, Braves color commentator. I have a Dodger Ranger.
Okay.
Nick Ahmed.
He's in 2.
Padre with a 300-plus batting average.
We're also looking for a Yankee Padre, correct? Or is that one filled already?
Yeah, we need a Yankee Padre.
So this has to be someone who's...
I've been trying to find somebody.
For what?
Dodgers 300-plus average in a season. Matt Latos. 0.006%. I'm trying to go for pitchers on those guys.
Oh my god. Padres
what?
Padres Yankees.
for 300 batting average.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jake Arrieta got a hit when he was a Padre. This was like the last year they had. This was 2021.
yeah, but there's no way his season average was over 300.
Yeah, it
Was
was
it?
over 300.
But dude, he totally. This was 2021. They had the universal DH.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Good point.
But I remember he
Let's take
got
a
that
look.
bat.
How
And
many
it was like, oh my
at-bats
god,
they had?
35-year-old Jake Arrieta swinging the bat. Like, I remember people were
Academy
like,
had
annoyed
4
about it.
at-bats. 2 at-bats. I apologize.
2 at bats. So then, yeah, that's a 500 average.
One at-bat or 2. I'm so
You
confused.
got it.
No. John, he never hit over 500. Sorry, bud. He played
He's
on the
over
Cubs
300.
earlier that season. Okay, he never hit over 300. Sorry, bud. He hit
Oh.
130 that season because he had 21 at-bats with the
season.
the Cubs.
Okay, yeah.
What was he looking at? What does he mean? Oh, season. God,
Well, I
this
thought
guy's-
it would just be with his season with the team, like the time he spent with the
No.
team.
I have 2 options to present to you gentlemen for Padres Yankees, and I believe we should go with the more obscure of the 2. First, I have for you
That's the name of the game.
chefs. The first dish I have prepared for you is G-Man Choi.
Wait, this is Padres Yankees, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And the second dish I have prepared is Anthony Rizzo.
Yeah, G-Man Choi.
Okay. Padres 300 average. It's a pitcher. It's a pitcher again. But Daniel Camarena, that's the guy who hit the pinch hit grand slam.
Dude, I don't trust anything he says after
Yeah,
whatever
I super
he
don't.
just tried to. Like, he only played one game or one.
Yeah, he came up
All right.
like
all right.
for like a
all right.
series.
He hit 333.
All right. See?
All right. We need a Yankee Dodger.
Man, if only.
Combo.
How about Taylor Trammell?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, noted Mariner Taylor Trammell.
Yeah.
0.5.
No, wait, is he in Houston now? I think he's in Houston
Yes.
now.
That sounds right.
Can we take a moment of reflection real quick?
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are 9 spots on this grid. At the end of this, the system adds up the amount of people the percentage of people who answered with the people that we put, right? So like some guys are like answered 0.2% of the time out of the 33,000 people who played today, right?
Yeah.
And it adds this thing into a rarity score. A good rarity score, I'd say, is like single digits for people who know a lot. Under 50 is pretty good for the average baseball fan. Ladies and gentlemen, the chatting average rarity score today is 2.
Wow. Holy shit.
You'll be amazed we did not use a single number one answer. The hardest spot on the grid today was a Padre Ranger at 70%. My favorite person, just so you guys know, on the most popular answers is Wade Boggs for third baseman with a 300 plus average with 6%. Our lowest answer was Matt Latos. And I think we just did pretty good.
Yeah.
This guy's in the playoffs right now.
We'll see how that ages as the season progresses.
Chicago White Sox. Sox, Costco, Sox.
You can find the chatting average on wherever you get your podcasts. This is Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, the whole 9 yards. Feel free to rate us, like us, share on YouTube. Leave a comment down below. We're on Twitter or X at @thechattingavg, and we will see you all next week, where John will figure out the order of the Chicago White Sox.
Bye.